Yo, yesterday I got a call from Puff. Said, what you doing? Said, doing me? Shit, what you doing? He said, making a plan. I said, plan for who? He said, you and me. Most money, most swag. Might as well shut this bitch down. Fuck them haters when I hanged up. Tell them kiss your ass, cause you rich now. Said, cool ain't nothing. Dudes ain't stunting on the block in my city. Did the two-lane ducker. Did the trap in my city and my crew ain't jumping. Hot, what, when, where, nigga, who ain't coming? Flexing, we never lay 'em out. My click bout that fly shit. And the best thing that ever came out your bitch mouth was my dick. Hell no, no ho, don't bust no pimp. Niggas better catch up like a condiment. And I'm fly as hell, don't start no shit. See my YSLs cost condo rent. Man, my money so good and my click so bad and my rollie don't tick and my bitch don't nag. You just don't swag like me, my guy. Automatic swag, I need not try. She ain't never seen no boy that clean. Better cuff that bitch like Jordache jeans. If we on that scene, better lock that nigga. Catch me in the section where all the rock at, nigga. Roll up in the peach, get a box wet, nigga. Got rockets, heat, bosh, yeah. How we ball up in the club, yikes, sheesh, gosh. They like, damn, what's happening, my G? Man, I'm probably blowing dough up my bitches. You know, swinging through the block in a brand new Tudo. Rolling slow in them digits. Probably got models over here, bottles in the air. Blowing dough up my niggas. Homie, I grind, I shine, and I mind my business. I mind my business, my business, my business. I mind my business, my business, my business. What they say about me? Fuck what they say about me. If it ain't about money, then it ain't about me. If it ain't about money, then it ain't about me. My new thing, and I got Luke Kang on, bumping 2 chains, and I got 2 chains on. Got the Louboutins on these groupie broads. Drop top guts out like a sushi bar. I don't trick, motherfucker, I don't choose your broad. You make a wish cause you're looking up to a star. Couple bottles, few cigars at the green like tiger when they shoot for par. I gotta lose your part, I gotta go ahead. I got an old Chevy, new wheels, I got an old plan to get new money. Oh, you mad? I got a new deal. A few pills and she go off like a 2 heels and a true's will. I mean, after all, I do rap and ball. You know, Meek Mill, Lou Will, one rap, one ball, get it rap and ball. Like J Kidd when I grab the ball, they can't play me. I'm all nets like Jay-Z's basketball team. King Los, shot good like I could have played for the Mavs. I'm King Los, and I'm so good that I could have stayed with the Cavs. No diss to Bron, niggas get your pom-poms. We sip Sean John and my niggas Sean John from a block where they flip it and they get it gone. Miss my homies in the feds and my niggas long gone. To floss around me, baby, get your strong arm. Hope your arm strong, cause my niggas shoot like Armstrong. Sitting on the couch doing blowing strong. You ain't getting no money, that's funny, what's wrong? All right, gang, so these are the odds for college basketball. These are all the teams that MGM considers alive for the national championship as of right now. So these are the only teams you can bet on. We're starting from the top with the lowest odds and working our way down. Coach is going to say how he feels about the team from mild, warm to hot. If he doesn't mention them, just assume cold, right? So Arizona is mild to cold. I only bring them up because we did read that article recently about the player that, it was Andre Miller, right? Andre Miller torched Arizona, even though they had like 3 All-American guards, right? So that's somewhat interesting. Michigan, we got the Lions going to the Super Bowl. The Michigan Panthers popped up in the UFL championship and just folded. I'm going to just go mild, but like a stronger mild than Arizona for sure. Let's just stick Arizona with cold. And we'll do Michigan mild. Duke, I'm not feeling. Houston, mild at best. I'm not even talking about the next year. I mean, like Florida could technically repeat, but it seems like they, we'll go mild, right? And then Kansas, with Embiid possibly getting his first championship, that moves them to mild. Nebraska with Terrence Crawford retiring, I've got them at mild. Michigan State, we got the Portsmouth Spartans winning the Super Bowl. That's good for mild. North Carolina, Belichick gave them a lot of heat. I'd say that's good for mild, but not like super excited about them other than that. St. John's, like, we want to pay attention to. Like, I'm more interested in them than a lot of other teams, but like mild at best. The teams coach likes are actually pretty far down the list, surprisingly. Or not surprisingly, depending on how you feel about coach's method. Now, let's see. I mean, Arkansas, like, it's got the word Kansas in it, and the Chiefs are moving. Like, I mean, it's whatever. We'll give them a mild at best once again. Auburn, coach feels pretty good about. We got to go with hot. Just a solid hot. Not 100% sold, but it is suspicious that they have shorter odds than Georgia, who has a better record. So I don't know what's going on there. I also, Auburn was ranked like 4th last year, or they had a 4 seed. I'm not sure which. Right, so they're like definitely ranked her right there. Last year here, they're not in the top 25, but they've got like the 25th best odds. So they're right there. They play in the SEC, which is tough. They got the defending champs, right? But I feel like they're doing just enough to stay in the conversation. I'm not loving the loss to Vanderbilt last night. I'm not going to lie. That's very frustrating. But until they're out, they're hot for Coach. I guess Miami could bounce back from the football thing. We'll go with mild. Indiana, they won, so we got to give them a mild. SMU, let's go with solid warm. They're probably our second taker to Auburn, right? Because their football team went down so bad, and we know the football team's never going to win a championship, but there's nothing against SMU winning, and they put Eric Dickerson over with Saquon chasing his record last year, not getting there, etc. Right, so SMU and Auburn are my favorite of the pack so far, and we're not quite done. At the very bottom here, you got to at least mention Oklahoma because of the OKC Thunder and Norm from Cheers dying with Norman, Oklahoma. We don't think they're getting there in football. So they could at least make a deep run potentially. I'm going to put them at moderate, but behind, whoever the hell, SMU. Right, I like SMU more than, actually, about the same. We'll say about the same. And so that's fair. Those two moderates, hot on Auburn. We're way sour on Stanford after that horseshit last year. Syracuse, right, with the Nationals and stuff, they're at least mild, but it just seems too obvious. So Coach isn't super excited. I think they're going to give it to him in lacrosse or something, or maybe they already have. I haven't been paying attention, but I feel like that's probably a spring sport. And then lastly, Miami of Ohio, down at the very bottom. And keep in mind, they got the same odds as Cal and Oklahoma and stuff. So even though they're at the very bottom, it's the same as the other teams there at the bottom. So Miami of Ohio, right? The Red Hawks, the Seahawks just won. The Seahawks used to be Miami with Miami of Ohio. That's the oldest football team. They played the first game ever. Ben Franklin's Sixers, we think, are doing it. That's Ben Roethlisberger's team. It's not great, but they've got to be mentioned. So they're mild. So to recap, Miami mild, Syracuse mild, okay mild, or maybe moderate, I don't know. Right, the only one I'm absolutely hot on is Auburn, but they're scaring me. So, it's one of those to where it's very tempting to just go, okay, let's just focus in on the top here. Right, okay, it could be Michigan, one of these teams. It doesn't look terribly off. Probably Kansas feels safer. Right, but I'm just going to stick with my guns for now unless something changes. I'm going to say Kansas and Nebraska are kind of moderate for Coach. So I put them in the same category as SMU. Coach, appreciate you.